People trying to say I'm only enemy. Got a cold with my dogs, can't get in between. I can give them life, no more energy. Man, amen. Spent about 60 on the time, I can't even lie.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The stakes have been raised here in the wild card round as it's time to win or get an early start on the offseason. It's the Falcons going up against the Vikings.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. This is Coleman, and not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. Deep ball for Goodwin, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They go play action now. Ryan. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play on 3rd down for the Falcons. 58 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. And, Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback. Back out of Michigan State, the former Spartan, it's Kirk Cousins.
Forget the measurables. His temperament, which is so even-keeled, often masks a burning desire to win and perform. This guy takes it seriously when he lines up to play, and usually he puts on a nice performance.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Now a second down throw for Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Second down following the run. They run it again with Cook. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. On third down, Cousins. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising neither one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs went to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And one thing we haven't pointed out yet, probably should, you got a dome team on the road, January, cold weather. How tough is that, or is that something that really shouldn't come into play?
Well, it shouldn't come into play, but let's face it, you've been a dome team all year and used to controlled environment. You need to get yourself outside a little bit for practice during the week, and that's what most of these teams do, because just because they play in a dome doesn't mean they don't have bad weather outside to work in. So they can do that, get their guys acclimated, and then that way, it takes it all away when you get to game day in a foreign place.
Play action. It's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
They go play action with Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play on third down for the Falcons. 41 yards. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Ryan. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. The play fake. Here's Ryan. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Off the play fake. Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. Off play action. Ryan. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Larry Ridley at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Ryan will throw again. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ball spotted at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. Here's Coleman. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Throwing, Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First down, here's Cousins. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish that.
He's got a man, complete. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Play action. Ryan. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. All right, we've got some happy trigger fingers ready to see who's going to survive this wild card game as we get you back to quarter three. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The catch is made by Kendall Wright. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
A second down throw for Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Here's Cousins. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my...
This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 61 yards. On first down, Ryan. Now they go screen. It's complete. Flashed a nifty move, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Austin Hooper, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. That's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, Cook. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a...
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. You got to put it away and secure it.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Now a Play fake here on first down. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Play clock winding down. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football. 2nd and goal is the offense. Tevin Coleman taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. 2nd down, Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Cousins now. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Again, it's Cook. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now Cook running right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. A good effort there from distance, but he might have needed a little more help from the air conditioning behind him on that one.
It probably would have helped. This is awfully close to getting there. It was right on target, but it winds up being just a little bit short.
Here's Ryan. Deep ball for Goodwin. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 52 yards. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. No gain on the screen there at second down. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line. Throwing now is Ryan. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. What a play. Maybe a game-saving play on the knockdown there.
That was beautiful, wasn't it? If you're looking at it from the defense's perspective, they looked like they had a shot at it. Maybe a completion. Ball gets knocked away. Can they rise up and do it again?
So it's all up to the other Matty Ice. Matt Bryant now. This to advance to the divisional round. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it for us.